What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Flash movie. Following from the video I did about a week ago when I spoke about the new shooting rumours, we're going to start talking about the Flash movie, just like we did the Justice League movie, where we went over everything from trailer breakdowns to leaks to rumours to theory and so on. And thanks to all the traffic and all the videos I put out, I even got an invite to the Justice League UK early screening thanks to this channel. So from now on, now there's more information coming out about Aquaman coming out in December, the Flash movie and Shazam. We're going to get a bit more DC content back on this channel. So let's get into the video and make sure to subscribe if you want to. So we've got some potential leak and rumours coming from 4chan that was shared to Reddit. I've been sent this multiple times from a few people, but I always like to go over Flash details, so it could be true, it could be false. No one knows if it's true or not. But the funny thing is about 4chan and Reddit stories leaks is generally they are true. They were true about a lot of the Justice League stuff when they said that the reshoots are changing a lot more the story, when they said Darkseid was in the movie, it's cut out. So to be fair, they have been right about a bunch of details. So we know a lot about the movie without really knowing anything. So we know it's going to be made from the people that made Spider-Man Homecoming, which was really successful. But let's be honest, guys, any Spider-Man movie will be successful. So they also recently made game night quite recently. John Francis Daly and also John Goldstein will be making the Flash movie. And originally we thought that it was just not going to be a Flash movie, because originally they came out and said no, it's going to be an origin story, which would be much better in my opinion. But we'll get onto this leak in a few minutes, and now it's looking like no, this isn't the case. So the movie is slated to come out in 2020, with rumours stating that shooting will start next year. The release date is very possible because a new report has come out from the website The Geeks Worldwide, suggesting that The Flash is planning on finishing principal photography sometime in May 2019. Previous reports had suggested the Flash movie would start shooting February the 5th, and production would take place in England, Atlanta, Georgia. So it's looking likely that there will be information being spread throughout the community and the certain sources, as we did bring this up last week. So a recent 4chan leak, I'll put the link down below. So I'm not saying it's true, but it's quite possible. So before you actually watch the movie, I suggest you go out and watch the Justice League Flashpoint Paradox cartoon movie. It's seriously good, and it essentially does sound kind of similar to this story. So it says this: Barry Allen travels back in time to prevent his mother Nora from being murdered and awakens in an alternate timeline where he never became the Flash and Ebar Thawne rules the world. Barry meets Iris West and Jay Garrick, members of an underground resistance against Thawne, and learns that Thawne is a time traveler and they are enemies in the future. Barry reproduces the accident that gave him his power, but Thawne can drain his powers to power himself as well. Thawne killed his mother to manipulate Barry into going back to save her and weaken the timeline, allowing Thawne to change history to conquer the world. Barry defeats Thawne after a battle throughout time and traps him in the Speed Force. Barry later meets Iris again in the fixed timeline, but she doesn't remember him until they kiss. Now this sounds like, yeah, it could work. I mean, it sounds like a carbon copy of what the Flash season 2 did when they entered the Flashpoint Paradox for an episode, I believe it was. It can't really fail. Most people are expecting just an origin movie of how he got his powers, but if they do the Flashpoint movie, there's no real reason why they couldn't do it. It also said this: light tone history fight said to be one of the biggest action sequence in comic book movies history, as Barry and Thawne fight over several periods and events like World War II during D-Day. Production team still debating whether Barry should succeed in saving his mother in the end. Casting will begin soon. Veteran actors in their 40s and 50s eyed for Thawne. Hang on a minute, guys. Hang on a minute. The whole Flash comics, the whole Flash TV show is actually centric around the Reverse Flash and Barry fighting. So if there's no Reverse Flash in this movie, then it's not really a Flash movie. So although this casting says it's not an official verified casting, it's a 4chan Reddit post. So for me, Michael C. Hall, who played Dexter, the kind of CSI lab guy who investigated murders, who in fact became actually the murderer, taking out all the kind of bad people, I guess you could say. He would be perfect to be Reverse Flash, and in my eyes, he is the only person who could be Reverse Flash. I've seen some people saying Bradley Cooper could be Reverse Flash. I don't really see it, but I think if they are going to cast anyone, it should be Michael C. Hall. There's been fans casting him for Reverse Flash ever since this movie came about. So let's go over what was actually said. I mean, it's just a generic Flashpoint storyline, pretty much. I'm a bit surprised Jay Garrick's going to be in the movie. If this is true, I don't think it will be, but I would get on board with this movie. I would prefer an origin story of how he got his powers rather than us replicating how he got his powers in a kind of alternate storyline. It's going to be quite interesting to see how they address, is this set before the Justice League? Is it after? Has it got nothing to do with it? Because I know they're doing more of a standalone point movies, but the Flashpoint paradox in the actual comics and in the TV movie, animated movie, actually we had people like Wonder Woman, we had Aquaman going at it with other people, we had everyone in there, we had Citizen Cold. There was so much craziness that I don't think they've got the budget, and I don't think they're going to pull that many different characters into it. So whatever they produce, it's going to be a pretty cool movie. So like always, guys, let me know what you think about this. I will be doing more videos about the Flash movie, about Shazam movie, about Aquaman, about Wonder Woman. I'm going to start doing more DC TV content and more DC EU, the worlds of DC, I'm not really sure what they're calling it, on this channel weekly now, because it needs to be done. It needs to go back to the roots of the channel. So anyway, guys, please like, subscribe and comment, and I will catch you in that next video very soon. Catch you later.